Early humans, hominins, and ancient primates, including our ancestors, suffered the brunt of the savage appetites of various wild animals who hunted them for food on a regular basis, much like this massive lizard and this human-eater croc. Saber-toothed cats. Saber-toothed cats pounced on early humans whenever the opportunity presented itself. Two saber-toothed cats' teeth and bones dating back to 300,000 years ago were discovered by experts near Schöningen, Germany in 2015. Tests found that a member of Homo heidelbergensis, the modern human's ancestor, used one of the bones as a hammer. Homo heidelbergensis was an excellent hunter. They hunted with wooden spears and could take down enormous animals like a rhinoceros, bison, and giant deer. However, they carefully avoided the saber-toothed cat and only killed it in self-defense. There was another find from Chad's Jirab Desert. Sahelanthropus tachandus, a much earlier possible ancestor of humans and chimps that lived between 6.5 and 7.5 million years ago, coexisted with at least 3 species of saber-toothed cats. This includes the massive Machairodus kabir. The M. kabir weighed somewhere between 350 and 490 kilograms. In comparison, today's largest tigers can weigh up to 300 kilos. S. tachandus fossils were discovered beside those of crocodiles, monkeys, horses, hyenas, and honey badgers. As it did with other species, historians think the saber-toothed cat hunted our possible ancestors. Ancient snakes. Humans have an intrinsic fear of snakes, which has influenced how humans evolved. Snakes and primates have coexisted for 100 million years. Snakes preyed on monkeys as though they were just another source of food. According to Linus Bell of the University of California, archaic primates developed larger brains and sharper vision as a result of their fatal errors of ending up in snakes' bellies. Other predators were already visible from a distance. Snakes, however, were far more difficult to notice since they slithered on the floor. They would sneak up on their target before curling around them and suffocating them to death. Early primates gained the ability to sense color, movement, and in 3 dimensions, allowing them to detect snakes. The earliest venomous snakes appeared around 60 million years ago. Their venom was used to counteract the increased eyesight of early primates. As a result, early primates developed larger brains to process visual information faster. Snakes and humans are still mortal adversaries today, albeit we can all agree that humans currently hold the upper hand. Crocodilus anthropophagus. The term Crocodilus anthropophagus refers to a huge extinct crocodile. It hunted early humans and hominins about 1.84 million years ago. Its love for human flesh is even reflected in its name, anthropophagus, which translates to human eater. In 2007, scientists uncovered the first sea anthropophagus fossil. These fossils were found in Tanzania's Olduvai Gorge. That's how these crocs got their name, the Olduvai crocodiles. Homo habilis and Australopithecus boci, 2 small ancestors of modern humans, lived in the gorge at the same time as the croc. In fact, early hominid bones recovered in the same strata by Mary and Louise Leakey contain obvious bite marks inflicted by the enormous crocs. The Olduvai crocodiles were around the same size as the reptilian dwellers of the Nile, but they possess thinner, more flared snouts and massive horns that are more typical of a Madagascan crocodile that became extinct in the last few thousand years. According to historians, the crocodile lurked underwater and leapt out to catch anything that came for a drink. According to scientists, the crocodile saw early humans and hominids as an important food source. Being barely around a meter tall and weighing around 40 kilos, adults of the Homo habilis species were especially vulnerable. Crocodilus thorbjarnarssoni. Another ancient crocodile, Crocodilus thorbjarnarssoni, was thought to have hunted early people. It lived between 2 and 4 million years ago in Kenya's Lake Turkana. It hid underwater, pursuing any animal that came for a drink, in true crocodile fashion. The enormous crocodile was large enough to devour humans whole, and most likely did so between the mid-Pliocene and early Pleistocene eras. Sorni measured an enormous 8.3 meters in length. In comparison, the largest crocodile in captivity measures 6.1 meters in length. Early humans also had a significant disadvantage when compared to Sorni's size. On top of that, the point of contact for the croc, as well as humans, would actually be on lake shores or riverbanks, so it would have the advantage due to the water. At the time, early humans were substantially smaller. They only grew to be about 1.2 meters tall. This implies that the crocodile can consume them whole. If the crocodile's gut, any prey would have been totally digested. Cave bear. The cave bear, or Ursus spelaeus, initially appeared approximately 100,000 years ago, and became extinct approximately 25,000 years ago. It was native to Europe, where it spent the winter hibernating in caves. Today, the bear's remains can be found in a number of caves, though. Its fossils were also mistaken for dragons by humans in the Middle Ages. The cave bear coexisted with Neanderthals until modern humans arrived 40,000 years ago. Both human species shared the same caves as the bears, resulting in deadly clashes. Because the cave bear ate largely vegetation, the fights were mostly about habitat. Because the bear was so large and deadly, humans did not aggressively hunt it. They did, however, hunt it when necessary. The bears occasionally left the caverns for others. Other periods, humans lived in the caverns during the summer, and then left when the bears went into hibernation in the winter. Confrontations were unavoidable. However, because unaware humans could have wandered into an occupied cave, frightening the bear, resulting in a fight. Haas eagle. Maori folklore tells of a massive bird that hunted and ate human babies years ago. The Maori referred to the bird as Te Hokioi, or Pukai, but experts believe it was a Haas eagle. The Haas eagle, like Te Hoikai, was capable of catching human children, and most likely did. It would have had no issue murdering an adult human as well. The eagle's major prey was the moa, a massive extinct flightless bird several times its size and much larger than a human. In New Zealand, the Haas eagle was the top predator. Measured 0.9 meters in height, 1.5 meters in length, and weighed 14 kilos. Its wingspan was 3 meters, and its beak and talons were twice as large as those of the biggest eagles currently flying around. When the Maori hunted the moa to extinction, they indirectly caused the demise of the Haas eagle. The Haas eagle became extinct around 1400 because there was no prey large enough to sustain its voracious appetite. Now it's time for the day's best pick. We're going to be meeting a rather huge lizard, whose modern successors have been recorded to occasionally dine on human flesh. Megalania. The huge lizard Megalania, linked to the modern Komodo dragon, but more than twice as massive, is another possible human predator. Humans and children have been stalked and attacked by modern Komodo dragons, but they're also suspected of consuming humans on occasion, though such attacks are rare if they occur at all. This fact suggests that Megalania would have exhibited similar behavior. Megalania is the world's largest lizard, measuring 7 meters in length and weighing 620 kilograms. Megalania's teeth were serrated, razor-sharp, and curved like scimitars. Based on its size, it most likely ate mid to large-sized animals, particularly huge marsupials such as Diprotodon, the giant wombat, and large kangaroos. It would have had a slower metabolism than mammalian predators and was most likely an ambush predator. Humans would have surely gotten away in a long chase, but if they didn't see what was coming, they would have been bitten by the lizard's 2-foot jaws, which were likely poisoned like the Komodo dragon's jaws. This would have resulted in a painful death. Dire wolf. The dire wolf was a bigger relative of the gray wolf, having larger teeth and sharper carnossals used to shred bone, as demonstrated by severe tooth wear on several dire wolf fossils. Unlike the gray wolf, which is native to Eurasia, the dire wolf lived in the Americas. The dire wolf's brain case was smaller than that of modern wolves, implying that it was less intelligent. Its place among human predators is complicated by its evolutionary relationship to current wolves, some of which consume humans when given the opportunity. Dire wolves would have competed with humans for food and land in ancient North America. Ancient hyenas. 1994, scientists discovered a 500,000-year-old Homo rhodesiensis femur near a cave in Casablanca, Morocco. Homo rhode is a subspecies of Homo heidelbergensis, which is thought to be the ancestor of both Neanderthals and Homo sapiens. Scientists didn't know they had a fossil of an early human until the 21st century because the bone had been badly shattered and bitten by an extinct hyena. Scientists know humans and ancient hyenas lived in the cave, but they couldn't say whether they did so at the same time. While they believe the ancient human was hunted by hyenas, they're not making any assumptions. They may have died from various causes and its remains were consumed by hyenas. Homo rhodesiensis was a skilled hunter, capable of taking down enormous wildlife. Heck, they may have hunted the hyenas as well. The hyenas, on the other hand, were capable of hunting them very easily. Whatever happened 500,000 years ago, the discovery is remarkable since researchers rarely locate the remains of human fossils eaten by hyenas. See you all next time!